Hundreds of people packed a Central Kentucky church to say goodbye to a paramedic who gave his life in the line of service.
Tonight, a death investigation underway in southern Kentucky after someone found a body inside an apartment.
Governor Beshear had some choice words Friday morning for Governor-elect Bevin's plans for the state health exchange.
WKYT News starts now with breaking news.
And good evening. A devastating situation unfolding right now overseas. We have learned that nearly 36 people are dead after attacks in Paris, France.
Police are reporting a shootout at a restaurant and hostages being held at a theater. Officials say about 100 hostages are being held there. The Associated Press is reporting up to 35 people have been killed in the attacks. A short time ago, President Obama called the attacks, quote, an outrageous attempt to terrorize innocent civilians. We will continue to track this story. The French president also just saying that he will declare state of emergency and also close the borders there. Scott Pelley will have the latest on this breaking situation on the CBS Evening News.
And apparently the situation continues because French president is saying that security operations are assaulting a site in Paris after the attack. So this is far from over with, and we're just trying to figure out what's going on.
And changing by the moment. Well, a final farewell for a paramedic killed on the job. Today, friends, family, and co-workers are saying goodbye to John Mackey.
He died Monday after he was hit by a car in downtown Nicholasville last week. His funeral was held today at a church in Nicholasville. We begin tonight with WKYT's Phil Pendleton. Phil's live in Jessamine County with more on how the community is remembering John Mackey. Phil?
Humor and sadness, laughter and tears, Sam, it's something that sometimes doesn't go hand in hand, but we saw it firsthand today as more than an hour and a half worth of people sharing many stories about John Mackey, and we've said it over and over the last couple of days, and they said even now that John Mackey would say it was simply Mackey being Mackey. John Mackey's brother and sons were among the family that spoke today in a service that they said the 40-year-old paramedic would have been proud of. And even in his death, they said he was having the last laugh, especially because he was an organ donor.
I especially love that he was able to donate an eye, a single eye. I see this as John's last joke, as I imagine it going to someone who must have recently heard his mother yelling out, "Don't do that, you'll put your eye out."
John Mackey's brothers in the emergency medical service field also spoke, and before the services, they said Mackey would have enjoyed all this attention given to him.
He would want to be remembered as a jovial, honest, compassionate, and a truthful guy.
A full honor of pipes and drums followed the indoor service, and then Mackey was given the final call.
This will be the last call for 432 paramedic John Mackey. End of watch on November 9th at 10:24. Paramedic Mackey served Jessamine County for 16 years. Your hard work and dedication will never be forgotten.
And a very touching end to that service. There was a procession that went down Highway 27 back to the funeral home where John Mackey, of course, will be cremated. His father told me yesterday that he is so thrilled that even in his death, that John Mackey is continuing to save lives because he is an organ donor, speaking specifically of someone in the state of Texas who received one of his organs. In Jessamine County, Phil Pendleton, WKYT.
Phil, thank you. And after the funeral, there was a short procession to the funeral home where Mackey will be cremated.
New tonight, a death investigation is underway in southern Kentucky. Police say they went to an apartment on Crisp Court in Williamsburg after someone found a body there. Police say the victim is a 29-year-old woman who lived in the apartment by herself. WKYT's Monique Blair has the latest on the investigation.
Williamsburg police officers found the woman's body inside this apartment here off Crisp Court in Williamsburg around 12:30 this afternoon. Williamsburg Police Chief Wayne Bird tells me someone who knew the victim hadn't seen her in a couple of weeks, so that person came by her apartment today to check on her. Police happened to be at the apartment building for an unrelated issue, and that woman came running to them hysterically asking for help. Chief Bird says officers were able to assist quickly after the victim's friend discovered the body in the woman's bedroom. Chief Bird tells me it appears the woman's body has been here for at least a couple of days. The woman was 29 years old and lived in this apartment by herself. Her name has not been released at this time while officials try to notify the woman's family. Now, right now, police are treating this as a death investigation, but they say their preliminary investigation indicates there was foul play. In Williamsburg, Monique Blair, WKYT.
The body will be taken to Frankfort tomorrow morning for an autopsy.
Lexington police trying to track down a man they say robbed a bank. It happened just after 1 o'clock at Community Trust Bank on Richmond Road. Police say the man walked into the bank, threatened the teller, and demanded cash. Police say he took off with the money. A canine unit tracked him to a field near Patchen Drive, but then they lost the scent. Police believe the man is wearing dark clothes, white tennis shoes, and had covered his face with a hoodie. A motorcyclist is recovering tonight after a serious crash. Police say it happened just before 10 this morning on Man o' War Boulevard at Blazer Parkway. Police say an SUV turning left onto Blazer clipped the motorcyclist on Man o' War. A nurse and an off-duty trooper gave him CPR until an ambulance arrived. The SUV driver was shaken up but not hurt.
She's pretty shaken up. I don't think she's injured, but it was, like I said, it was a pretty significant injury on the guy on the motorcycle, so she was shaken up for sure.
Police have not released the motorcyclist's name, but we're told he works at Harley-Davidson on Man o' War.
A warning tonight from Governor Beshear. In a news conference this morning, he discouraged Governor-elect Matt Bevin from dismantling the state's health insurance exchange. Bevin plans to get rid of the program known as Connect and transition to a federal exchange. WKYT's Kristen Kennedy has more from Governor Beshear, who says scrapping the program could cost millions of dollars in taxpayer money. It's a story that's new at 6.
But the fun and games are over, and it is time to get serious.
Governor Beshear set the tone fast Friday morning. He doesn't want his Republican successor to dismantle Connect, the health insurance exchange he's worked 8 years to create.
It's inconceivable to me why, just to make a partisan political statement, Kentucky would want to go backward and become the first state to decommission a successful exchange.
Last week, during a meeting with media, the governor-elect called Connect a redundancy. During open enrollment, he plans to move people from state to federal level.
For the health of our families, the future of this state, we cannot throw away the progress we've made and start over, just to make a political point. This is not about President Obama. This is not about Steve Beshear. It's about the people of Kentucky.
Friday afternoon, Bevin's transition office released a statement addressing Beshear's remarks, saying it's the governor's responsibility to now re-enroll 51,000 Kentuckians losing coverage, and that the governor-elect is working to fulfill a promise of a fresh start to all Kentuckians. In Frankfort, Kristen Kennedy, WKYT.
Governor Beshear says the program has helped 500,000 Kentuckians and that dismantling it would cost more than maintaining it. Tonight, we are learning more about plans for Governor-elect Matt Bevin's inauguration next month. Medal of Honor recipient Dakota Meyer will be the Grand Marshal of the inaugural parade. The Kentucky native received the Medal of Honor in 2011 for his efforts to recover missing soldiers during a firefight in Afghanistan. Kelly Knight and Joe Kraft have been named chairs of the inaugural committee. Governor-elect Bevin will be inaugurated December 8th. We are off to a chilly start this weekend, and it looks like this cold air is going to stick around for the next couple of days.
Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey has an early look at the forecast. Hi, Chris.
Hi, guys. A lot of readings now quickly dropping through the 40s, and it won't be too much longer before we start to see some upper 30s showing up, especially in those colder valleys. We got the clear skies, the low humidity levels. 46 a popular number, and again, that's going to drop like a rock here in the next hour or so. Defender Radar Network has nothing to show you. It's going to stay this way right on through the weekend, though I suspect as we go into next week, Defender's going to get a workout across the entire region. If you are out this evening, 44 degrees, still a little windy at around 7 o'clock, but look at how quickly those numbers began to really drop off. Latter part of the evening, many areas are into the mid and the high 30s, so bundle up, you're heading outdoors. Beyond the weekend forecast, which looks pretty darn good, albeit with a seasonal chill in the air, I'm tracking a big storm system that will arrive into the first part of next week. That has a lot of rain and wind potential as it makes its way into not only Kentucky but surrounding states as well. And when I come back here in about 10 minutes, we will show you my latest thinking on when that storm arrives and exactly how much rain it may bring. And some of the totals are going up just in the past few hours. That's in a few minutes, guys.
Tonight, a central Kentucky community will honor a teenager badly injured in a crash. Back in September, Aaron Williams was driving when his car hit a tree and caught fire. Right now, he's recovering at Cardinal Hill Rehabilitation Hospital here in Lexington. But tonight, he'll go back to the basketball court as his teammates celebrate the beginning of their season. WKYT's Garrett Weimer is in Bath County with more.
The last time they gathered here at Bath County High School for Aaron Williams, he was in the hospital fighting for his life. They prayed for him on the football field. Tonight, he'll be with them when they honor him at center court. 16-year-old Aaron was seriously injured in September when his car ran off the road, hit a tree, and burst into flames on his way to a school dance. A Good Samaritan saw the wreck and pulled him to safety. Aaron spent a couple weeks fighting for his life at UK Hospital before moving to Cardinal Hill for rehab. His mother told us he'd have to learn how to walk, talk, and swallow all over again. But after a scary few weeks, friends and family say now he's doing much better. He'll be honored tonight with his teammates when they take the floor for Cat Bash, a scrimmage to kick off the school's basketball season. No doubt a special moment for everyone who will be here this evening, but perhaps the best news of all, his mother tells me they expect Aaron to be discharged on Wednesday of next week, which means he'll be home in time for the holidays. At Bath County High School, Garrett Weimer, WKYT.
And Cat Bash starts at 7 o'clock tonight. We'll have more on that story. Special story tonight at 11.
They've got to be so happy to have him home, like she said, for the holidays. Good for him.
Well, basketball season's already here, and the road to March Madness, it begins tonight.
That it does. The Cats tip off against Albany in just under an hour. WKYT's Rob Bromley is live for us at Rupp Arena with a preview of that game. Hello, Rob.
Hello, Amber, and hello, Sam. And the season is certainly a long road. It begins right here tonight against the Albany Great Danes. And John Calipari has taken his team to the Final Four for the last 5 years. He hopes to do that with this one come April. Now, it is a much different team than last season, but a very talented one that will play fast. Cal has his concerns, but he says he's having fun coaching.
I'm having fun with the team. I just worry about our fight, our desire to fight, will to win, the tough plays, the grit, the true grit that you have to play with, the passion to fight for balls and why you're doing it. It's just going to be a process with this group. And that's why Alex, being healthy and playing the way he's capable of playing, he can lead our other guys to do that.
7 o'clock tip-off here for the Wildcats in Albany. Again, as I mentioned earlier, freshman Isaiah Briscoe will not play tonight. Cal hopes to have him back tomorrow night. The UK women also opening up at Memorial Coliseum. We will talk more about both games coming up shortly in sports. But for now, that's it from here on the floor of Rupp. Sam, Amber, back to you.
Rob, thank you. Kentucky has never lost a season opener while John Calipari has been coach. The Cats are a perfect 6-0.
A red flag warning in effect today for several counties in Kentucky.
According to the National Weather Service, the combination of dry air, sunny skies, and gusty winds can spark a fire. The warning covers several counties, including Rowan and Pulaski. This is the first red flag warning of the season.
With this dry air mass that we have in place, these fires could burn, overnight and into the next burning period pretty easily.
He says that most weather-related fires in Kentucky happen during the summer months as a result of lightning.